$100,000. That is the goal while I'm building the community. Happy Monday. I sit here in Cambodia, where for you it's afternoon. For me, it's early in the morning. But I was thinking about this and I wanted to get this out before I forgot about it. I was thinking about AI and communication. As a communication scholar and professor, I've been looking at the way that AI is used to teach communication. And the big thing right now that people are talking about is prompt engineering. And prompt engineering is nothing more than communication, learning how to make your communication so precise and so targeted that it's able to tell a computer how to reach the intended audience or how to perform the intended task. This is something that humans have had to do since there were humans: communicate. And because AI, for lack of a better term, is still a child and it's learning how to communicate with itself, which would be Agentics, I guess you would say, as well as with human beings and deal with that interface, it's interesting in watching humans learn how to communicate over and over again. For example, what you must do as a human communicator, if you really want to be effective, is you have to draw pictures in people's minds. That's why people are going crazy over Veo 3. It's not the fact that it's such a fantastic AI or technology tool. It's the fact that people can now take their ideas and express them in a way that is so real. It's like they're literally drawing the pictures on your mind. This is what good communicators do. They're able to draw pictures using words on your mind so that you not only see what they're talking about and understand what they're talking about, but you're persuaded by what they talk about. That's the whole essence of propaganda. And that's why AI becomes a dangerous propaganda tool. On top of that, next to being able to draw pictures in people's minds, what people are forgetting, especially when they're doing prompt engineering, it's the same thing they forget when they communicate. When you communicate, people don't care because they see the world from their perspective, their eyes. So, as excited as you get, as interesting or fantastic as it is in your mind, if they do not see that picture and you cannot communicate that picture, well, guess what? You're going to get a bad picture. Same thing with AI. That's why prompting is so important. But here's the key. Most people, myself included, if we're not careful, prompt for ourselves, which is ironic because the messages that we are intending, or the pictures, or the business, or the sales letter, whatever it is, your ad, you instinctively know that that is designed for other people so that other people will find it interesting. The problem, though, is you're so focused on what you want, even though you think you know, and even the research tells you you know what they want, but you're not looking at it from their eyes, from their perspective. Therefore, quantitative research begins to fail. You'll see the numbers, they like this, but it doesn't tell you why. That's why you need qualitative data. And the way I use qualitative data is very, very targeted. And I'm getting better and better at it. But I do want to say this: prompt just like you would communicate, not for yourself, prompt for your intended audience, because they're going to view it through their lens. They're going to view it as whether or not it solved their problems. They're going to view it whether or not they believe. So in order for you to be effective, don't try to prompt, which is the very essence, the foundation of your app or your picture or your paper. Stop prompting for yourself and prompt for the intended audience. You'll get much, much better results because the end product will have begun targeted at the audience you want, therefore solving their problem, making it both interesting for them and more likely having a better chance of solving their problem. It's a communication thing. That's why I'm loving this. I spent 18 hours yesterday on Lovable because they had Lovable for free and you could code as many apps as you can get. And I got about 97 projects. I got 97 projects and a business ain't one. No, I have 97 projects that I have coded and they're sitting there and I've got to go back through and take them and tweak them and put them all in the back end. I'm building a great simple Agentics community. What I have in mind is I'm going to have a community where everyone can come. We can work together. There will be tools in the community. There will be guides in the community. There will be how-tos in the community. There will be all kinds of help in the community. And it will all be tailored for Gen X. I practice what I preach, and everything I am creating, from the videos, from the podcast, everything I am created is centered on the problems and needs of Generation X. So if this doesn't get the algorithm to figure out who I'm talking to, maybe you guys, by subscribing, liking, and hanging out, could let people know. Gen X, this is the place where you can come and hang out, understand it the way we understand it, and not get all caught up in the gobbledygook. Over the summer, I'm going to be taking a full stack engineering course, several of them actually, hyper fast. I have built an app that will allow me to synthesize all of the latest stuff from YouTube, all of the latest stuff from various courses that I have put into my RAG. And it's going to take the best of all of them and hyper feed me everything I need to know to become a full stack engineer in the next 6 months. So I have noticed that one of the guys I am following has challenged himself, and it is awesome. He is doing the I'm not going to quit until I get to the 100,000 mark challenge. You know what? I built Simple Agentics, or I am building Simple Agentics, as a community for Gen X to come together and learn about AI and how to profit from it. You're going to be profit for it later if you don't profit from it. Freudian slip. And my whole idea was you can watch me do it. And you can, if you go back, you see not only the videos I'm putting out, but I've been focused on content creation. And I will continue to focus on content creation because it's necessary to get the word out. However, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this kind of content creation simply because the other kind, which I will still be doing, but it takes so much work. So when I'm going to get messages out to you guys, I will do it this way. When I want to get quick news out to you guys, I'm going to use the avatars and let them earn their keep. I'm going to have all kinds of stuff coming out there, how to, such and such. But the main thing is I want you guys to see me going through this. Maybe you'll follow along. And you know what? I'm down with that guy. $100,000. I'm declaring it right now. It is June 17th, 2025. On January 1st, 2025, I said I was going to start building a business and a YouTube channel. I got to 100 videos, which was the first milestone. Now I'm setting it with this guy. Matter of fact, I'm going to contact him and see if he'll talk to me. $100,000. That is the goal while I'm building the community. It's going to be through various AI means, YouTube, whatever, but let's go ahead and put the pedal to the metal and see what really happens. Let's throw it all on the line. $100,000 challenge. AI challenge. Subscribe. Who's with me? Y'all gonna sit back and watch? Or are you gonna jump in? You scared? I'm calling you out. Gen X. $100,000 challenge. Let's go get this money.